Isang mapagpalayang araw sa ating lahat. Sa muli, ito ang Pod Baklaya, Amplifying Voices for Gender Equality. Ako muli ang inyong nag-iisang Queen Mother, Darla, your host. And today, may isa naman tayong kwento ng pag-asa, kwento ng makulay na pakikibaka to empower our LGBTQIA community champions and members here in the province of Sultan Kudarat. And I know you're very excited to welcome our guest for today. And it's also my honor and my privilege to introduce our guest for today. And alam nyo ba na at the age of 17, she won the Amazing Queen of Sarala, and she is also the reigning Queen Kambunian second runner-up 2024, and a third-year incoming civil engineering student of Sultan Kudarat State University Isulan Campus, and an advocate for accessible healthcare for transgender people. Let's all welcome Queen Froyle.
Hello po. So, good day to everyone. So, maayong adlaw, and I hope you will enjoy my answers to Mom's question. Kasi, oh my God, like, hindi talaga ako prepared for today. And I'm feeling anxious. Baka kasi mali-mali yung mga masabi ko. Pero, let's hope for the better.
Yan,
Yes.
don't worry, wala namang right and wrong answers.
Yes.
Hindi naman to exam. And just be yourself. Sabi ko nga, be authentic. Ayan. Sige. So, syempre, ang chikan lang naman natin is really more on understanding ano nga ba yung why do we need to celebrate Pride?
Yes.
Necessary ba siya? Or things like that. Kasi nga,
Yes.
di ba, kakatapos lang din ng Pride Month last June. And
Yes.
then, yan, doon lang mag-revolve yung mga questions
Okay.
ko. And syempre, as a member of the LGBTQIA community, what does Pride mean to you? Kasi yung iba din yung understanding nila ng Pride. Pero sa atin, ano yung ibig sabihin when you hear the word Pride?
For me kasi, Pride is a part of your identity. As a member of the LGBTQIA+ community, I don't only see it as an identity, but it is also a progress. Because to your journey, you will seek and know what is truly your gender identity. Kasi your gender identity, it is always affected by your environment. Hindi na pinanganak ka, I am already a transgender woman. I want to be a transgender woman. No. Let's not put it that way. Because along the way, as you grow up, you will you will learn that in your environment, meron talagang mga factors na mag-contribute sa iyong gender identity. So that's why we need to understand what is the meaning of pride.
Correct.
Because pride, it keeps our conversation going in the table of policies. Kasi if we are always fighting for pride, then we will not our fight for equality will not die down. Because our lens in the table of decision making is always a big factor so that we can truly achieve equality.
And then tama, di ba? More than the big celebrations, more than the parade of beauties and parade of our campaigns, Pride is really a protest talaga.
Yes, it's
Na
a
we are
protest.
celebrating this because we want for people to be aware na, hey, we are still behind in terms of equal rights, in terms of acceptance in society, di ba? So, very important din yung pride talaga. As an individual, as a community, and as a nation.
Yes.
And na-mention mo din kasi kanina na parang, siyempre, as a transgender individual, I would also like to understand na parang, how did you come up, na parang, or one day, or parang mo na-realize na ganito ka? Kasi di ba, hindi naman siya, sabi mo kanina, hindi naman siya
Yes.
one-day decision lang.
Yes. So, ako kasi, I am very lucky enough since I was born into a family that is very open-minded. Kasi at a young age, my titas, my pinsan, ginaano kasi nila ako like they dress me like a girl. Kasi when I was a child, I have feminine features talaga. So, since apat kami na lalaki, sunod-sunod, they wanted to have a family member na babae.
So, bunso ka ba?
Ako yung bunso sa lalaki. May nagsunod sa akin na babae. So, that time, they are really desperate to have a family member na babae. So, gin-dress up talaga ako nila. So, feel ko, yun yung factor. That's why I said kanina, there is really a big factor sa environment mo talaga.
People around you.
Yes, the people around you. So, for me, I am very lucky. So, sa mga transgender ko dyan na mga sisis, it's okay if you're really not out right now. It's wait for the perfect timing talaga. May mga instances talaga na mag-help sa atin na out tayo sa ating closet. And always remember, if it is not your closet, don't open it.
Correct.
It is not your responsibility talaga.
It's not our story to tell.
It's not our
We
story
are here to
tell.
support, pero
Yes.
hindi tayo yung magchichika
Yes.
ng ganong story. I really like that. Tama naman. And syempre, parang di ba, kaka-celebrate lang ng Pride Month. In Manila, I think it's one of the biggest
Yes.
Pride celebration.
Sa UP.
UP, di ba? Madami mga drag queens, local celebrities, even big celebrities are there. And pero naman kasi sinasabi nila, marami namang mga batas para sa mga LGBT. May Safe Spaces Act, may Anti-Violence Against Women and Children, things like that. May Anti-Bullying Act naman. So why do you think, bakit kailangan pa rin natin i-celebrate ang Pride? Even if may ganung mga batas na around sa Pilipinas.
For me kasi, even though there are acts or policies na enacted para sa mga safe spaces ng LGBTQIA+ community, there are still limitations. Sometimes there are deprivations pa rin. So, we cannot deny the fact that our policies sometimes lacked the provision. Kasi celebrating Pride Month, it means we are still raising concerns that are still present in our society. It doesn't mean na meron na po tayong policy, meron na po tayong law about that specific concern. Doesn't mean na wala pong lack of provision. Everything is not perfect. As also our laws, hindi po siya perfect. So that is why we still celebrate Pride Month, because every day, as a transgender woman, and also to my member LGBTQIA+ members, meron pa rin tayong na-experience na deprivation.
Correct.
We are always oppressed.
Correct.
Not only in our gender identity, but also in the many sectors of our economy, just like in healthcare. That is why I'm an advocate of healthcare. Because sometimes, transgender women are always being deprived in terms of healthcare.
And may stigma.
Yes, may stigma talaga.
Example, kung sila, they want to access pills, they want to
Yes.
access counseling, or they want to access sexual reproductive health safety measures, may negative perception toward the transgender. And I want you to share of that advocacy. Kasi hindi ganun kadami pa ang aware na may ganito palang kailangang policies in terms of health to deliver for transgender people.
Kasi nga, as a transgender woman, we need access to healthcare because we take medicines that makes us look as feminine, and this is a need. It is not only a want, because as a transgender woman, you do not feel it from the outside. It is from the inside. That is why you need to iangay mo yung nafe-feel mo sa loob, sa labas.
Correct. That's your way of expressing yourself.
Yes, that is my way of expressing myself. So in order for us to achieve equality, we need to also to look in this sector of our economy na, okay, in other countries nga, just like in Taiwan, in Thailand, free hormones are being distributed to their transgender women because they know that they are there,
Correct.
that they are present, and that they exist in their country.
Correct.
So they made a policy or a implementation to help them express themselves more.
Correct. And even if biologically male ka kasi, then you to identify yourself as a transgender woman, may ibang needs kasi kayo na kailangan i-address na hindi na provide ng basic healthcare system natin. You also need that privacy. You need that confidentiality, di ba? And addressing your concerns and care, may ibang level of layer pa din of care na needed na hindi kasi nabibigay in a normal healthcare setting. So, di ba, example, sa mga ibang young transgender women na wala kasing specialist for hormones. So, bibili lang sila ng mga pills na sinasabi, ito inaimin mo. What if hindi naman siya swak sa needs mo? Or what if allergic ka to that kind of pills? Diba? May ganong circumstances. And ang pinag-uusapan kasi natin, health at katawan mo kasi. So, and then, diba, how can you expand on that? Reality kasi siya eh.
So, in reality kasi, hormone replacement therapy is not a joke. It is not a joke. It is a lifetime change for you. So it is a progress that includes your health. So if the pills that you are taking or the hormones that you are taking, hindi po siya pasok sa standard ng katawan mo, or like, masasabi natin na it's dangerous for your health.
Kasi nag-overdose minsan.
Yes, nag-overdose minsan. Sometimes nga may naririnig
yung parang isang pad, isang inuman para mas mabilis.
Nakita mo yun sa social media. Diyos ko, natakot talaga ako sa kanya kasi it's not an overdosing doesn't mean a faster progress. Ang hirap talaga. Like, transitioning is like growing up. It takes time talaga. It takes years. Once you start transitioning, it means that you are born into a new version of yourself.
Correct.
So you must be patient. Hindi yan minamadali just because madami kang tinuturok sa katawan mo. Doesn't mean na
umaga,
babae ka na. Just like that. Kasi mahirap talaga if minamadali mo.
And risky yung mga ganong behaviors kasi.
Talaga.
Pero hindi natin alam di ba, because of the overdose of intake ng mga hormones, hindi natin alam how will your body react to it. So, syempre, in our healthcare, dapat, and then, pupunta ka na health center, wala namang ganong specialista doon or sa mga hospitals at local. Lucky na lang, if may marami kang pera, you will go to big hospitals, meron talaga. Pero how much as na wala pang ganong capacity, di ba? So, what's your message on, syempre, on the Department of Health to make these needs accessible, especially for transgender people?
Yes. I think it is, my message is, I know it's like for you, na we are asking for too much, pero still it's necessary because it is a risk na. Like, it is a widespread risk na in the LGBTQIA+ community that is malpracticing the practice of hormonal replacement therapy. So, I think it is time for you to understand na this is not a joke anymore.
Correct.
Because we are still a citizen of the Philippines and we deserve to be provided with healthcare.
And then tama naman na, di ba sabi na, ay, tama yung piningi, dami pang kulang na mga gamot. But hindi ibig sabihin na dahil madaming problema, hindi kayo priority, diba? So, dapat equal opportunity in our healthcare. I love our discussion kasi nakita natin how our fight for equality, how our fight for pride intersects with a bigger problem, which is in healthcare. Kasi hindi natin araw-araw narinig yung ganitong kwento, diba? For transgender. And then, nakakalungkot na din sa iba kasi parang, ang ginagawa kasi nila, yung mga turo lang din ng mga people around you na hindi naman kasi back up by science, hindi naman kasi, di ba, na tailor sa needs mo. So, dangerous talaga siya. And isang buhay lang ang mawala because of that malpractice or mispractice that you mentioned is too much. Madami nang iniindang oppression and discrimination ang mga transgender women. We don't want to add another problem to it, which is a health risk behavior.
Health risk behavior talaga yan.
And then, to continue on that one, di ba, usually kapag, dapat ideally, in health centers sana, available to mga pills. Pero syempre, yung mga ibang healthcare practitioners natin, sila pa yung nag-unang discriminate sa mga transgender people or women na namimita. At sasabihin nila, ay, wala kaming ganyan dito kasi pang babae, lalaki lang to. So, are you able to experience similar like that? Or may kilala kang naka-experience sa mga tinarayan sa health center or something, then na-deprive siya ng access to that?
For me, I didn't experience it myself, pero my friends in Surala, they've experienced it because they just wanted to ask if meron bang stock sa specific pills na yan. And they were dragged out of that health center. And I was very saddened because that time, kakapanalo ko pa lang ng Amazing Queen. And I feel like I am the advocate. So I raised that concern to our municipality. And I think I cannot add flowering words, pero they didn't
respond to
my concern. Pero it's okay, at least they know that some of that experiences are being...
It's a reality happening in your locality, di ba? And then, tama din naman yung sinasabi na, we are advocates, pero at the same time, hindi naman kasi tayo yung sagot lang. You did your part. You already raised it, and then it's up to them of how they will accept that kind of concern or not. But the most important thing is that we are able to lobby these and explain to them sa kailangan nila. And correct me if I'm wrong, hindi mura. Ang ganitong process.
Hindi mura talaga. When you transition kasi, you need to be financially stable. Kasi when you take hormonal replacement therapy, you need to understand that you need to be consistent. Kasi it's not like a pag gusto mo lang,
Correct.
ganun ka lang mag-take. No?
Or kailan mo lang convenient, diba? Or kailan ka lang may budget.
Yes, hindi pwede yun. Kasi if ganyan yung way of taking mo ng ng hormonal replacement therapy, then there will be no change. Transitioning is, you need to be consistent. Wag mo siyang the other day lang ko kasi yan yung pasok ng budget ko. No, you need to understand that you need to be financially stable, napasok palagi sa budget mo yung pagbili mo ng hormones mo.
Kasi it's additional expense.
Yes.
Especially in your age, this is a time na you're still students. So, you have to do racket, sideline jobs, join pageants, this and that, just to earn extra money and to sustain your needs, diba? And it's also unfair na parang instead of our government giving you more or more support, bakit ako pa kailangang dumabli kayod for the protection that I deserve?
Yes. That is why I am really an advocate for accessible healthcare.
Correct. And I appreciate that kasi hindi ganun karami din ang advocates for accessible healthcare, especially for transgender women. And especially, meron pala tayong advocate dito sa province of Sultan. And I'm so thankful that nakilala po kita. And in relation po naman dyan sa ating Kwanzaa Pride natin, and I think wala pa tayong localized Pride movement dito sa Sultan Kudarat or Pride celebration. Pero sana meron na tayo.
Yes,
I really want. More than the pasabog, di ba?
Yes.
At least yung message natin ay mapapaspread talaga. So, my question is, charat. So, do you think it's necessary for us to have this Pride celebration? Why or why not?
Ito kasi, every time I go to events, I always hear the tagline of Sultan Kudarat, tayo ang turismo. Truly, we are the tourism of Mindanao kasi sikat na talaga tayo. And I've observed, when we held the Miss Universe Philippines here in Sultan Kudarat, the LGBT members or community of Sultan Kudarat helped so that event would be successful. So I think it is necessary for us to commemorate their efforts because in every event here in Sultan Kudarat, always a member of the LGBTQIA+ community is involved so that event will be successful. Just like in Kalimudan, I've heard that one of our pageant directors is also a member of the LGBTQIA+ community. So I think it may not be really necessary, but it is we will be very grateful if there is a localized celebration here in the province of Sultan Kudarat because it is also one way of commemorating the efforts, acknowledging that we are here, that the LGBT members are one of the big factors that uplift the tourism of Sultan Kudarat.
And also celebrating the efforts of these LGBT leaders, LGBT members to make our activities successful. Kasi tama ka, di ba? The backbone of the activities talaga natin are really members of the LGBTQIA. Kaya, we are one of the pasabog. We are one of the most grand na celebration in the Philippines. And nakikita din talaga nila na because of the help of the LGBTQIA community, we were able to make it successful. And pinag-uusapan talaga nationwide and worldwide. So, ganyan kaganda yung natin. Ganun kaganda yung talents natin. And tama yung tayo ang turismo kasi it's the people of Sultan Kudarat, members of LGBTQA, make our province more colorful and meaningful. So sana naman, meron na tayong Pride Month. Hindi naman kailang bongga. At least one day or month-long celebration, activities, campaigns, we will really appreciate that. Kasi marami din po members of LGBTQA in our province that needs to be celebrated. Ayan. So sana next year.
Next year sana, please.
And next naman sa question natin, syempre naman talaga, di ba, parang you're lucky enough that you came from a family that is open-minded.
Yes.
So, how can we spread the message of pride, especially to other families, to other members of the community, na hindi ganun ka-fortunate, similar sa situation mo?
Actually, when we spread alone the awareness about the LGBTQIA+ community, it would be ineffective. So, my first message to the families that are not open-minded enough to understand this is we need to practice the art of comprehension. No matter how many times we tell them that we are here, that I'm part of the LGBTQIA+ member, they will not understand if they don't comprehend your message. That's why comprehension is a very big factor. Kasi when we comprehend and understand the concept of every gender identity in the LGBTQIA+ community, then we will understand their differences. Now, just like me, I am a transgender woman. I cross-dress and I portray myself as a girl. Pero I am different from a gay person.
Correct.
Because a gay person is who they are.
Correct.
Kasi they show themselves according to their wants.
They are interested in other person, or the opposite sex, pero hindi naman sila bihis babae, di ba? They similar to what I'm doing, di ba?
Yes.
So iba-iba talaga yung kwa natin. Kahit isang spectrum lang tayo ng kulay na sinasabi nila, pero iba-iba din yung live realities natin.
We have our own differences that we are always distinct. We are not the same. Kasi you need to comprehend that na mahirap talaga to I know it's very too much for you sometimes i-understand kung ano talaga ang LGBTQIA+ members, pero it takes time. Just take time to understand. Kasi hindi naman natin pwede ipilit na i-understand tayo in a day.
Correct.
'Di ba? It takes time. We need to show some effort din na to make them realize na we are here, we still exist.
Hindi lang kami decoration, hindi lang kami backdrop, 'di ba?
Kailangan din namin ng needs namin, no?
Oo.
Mahirap talaga kasi sometimes I know nakikita tayo pero hindi tayo naiintindihan.
Correct. Tama naman.
Kaya go lang guys.
Sana makinig na sila at mag-comprehend talaga properly. And for my last question, ready ka na ba?
Ready.
So if you're going to have a chance to speak with global leaders, especially advocating the same and for people that are not supportive of your causes, so what's your message for them?
You know, as a transgender person myself, I think it is time for you to see us, that we exist. Kasi when I know we are always fighting for our rights, that we celebrate Pride months, pero you lack support kasi, like your actions does not make us visible. So in terms of my advocacy, healthcare, accessible healthcare for transgender persons, it is a widespread concern na po. I think it is time for us to have specialists in our health community that also acknowledges the concerns of our transgender people, because we are also a citizen, that we are all global citizen, and I think in order for us to achieve equality, we need to also have some effort in the other sectors of our society, especially in the healthcare
industry.
That is all.
Ayan. So, maraming salamat, Madam Froyle, for those enriching and insightful discussions, because it's also my first time to meet a advocate for accessible healthcare, especially for transgender needs. So, hoping we can translate these conversations into policies, into programs, into action. So, if you want to support these kind of initiatives, so nandito po si Froyle, you can connect with her, and we can also collaborate with projects and bring these stories to the communities, especially that needs help of it. So once again, maraming salamat. Thank you for your time, for being here, and it's always a pleasure to listen to the champions of LGBTQIA here in the province of Sultan Kudarat. And sa muli, isa namang makulay at maganda at pasabog na episode ang meron tayo sa Pod Baklaya. And for the full episodes, so please don't forget to support, like, and comment in our Facebook channels, TikTok, Instagram, and our YouTube, so that we can hear your stories, or if you have questions or clarifications in our guest din naman, we can also send that message. So once again, ako si Queen Darla together with Froyle, at ito muli ang Pod Baklaya, amplifying voices for gender equality, at tuloy ang ating laban tungo sa lipunang malaya at mapagpalaya. Thank you so much, June. I really want June. Pasabog.